One moment. And welcome everybody. Welcome all to, do you want to get rich and happy? Or do you just want to get rich? Or do you want to just get happy? Basically, you get the idea. How many of you really are asking to get rich? And how many of you are really choosing to be rich? Like,
Only asking for getting rich.
Oh, thank you, sweetie pie, for that acknowledgement. Yes, so many of us are asking. But till we don't make that choice, can we receive? So, that energy of I am asking for something and it's not showing up. It's like, how many times have we found ourselves in that sticky boat of, I'm using the tools, I'm asking questions, but it's not showing up. And we go to the automatic responder that we've been so beautifully trained to go to, of blame, that we go to blaming. The tools are not good enough. The tools don't work. There's something wrong with the tools, or this is not good enough. It's not powerful enough. Instead of looking at it and asking another question, or what am I not willing to be? Because when you ask a question, and if you're energetically congruent with your question, there's no way that the universe won't bring it to you. There's absolutely no way. Universe may take a bit of time, or it may not show up as the way you'd like it to, but show up, yes, it will. Show up, yes, it definitely will, if you allow the universe to bring it to you. So that energy of, if you're truly asking to be rich, who and what can you be that can have you receive the money that you have defined as a rich person would have? Again, now, if you've defined somebody with 1,000 rupees as rich, when you receive 1,000, have you acknowledged that you are now rich? What is your definition of being rich that keeps you running after that energy and not being what could have you created? Yes, Rachita?
It's like a mirage. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No,
I heard Kavita.
Yeah.
It's like a mirage. Like the more you go, the farther it goes away.
Yeah.
The more you go closer, the further it goes. So it's like you're constantly in that run, but you never feel you're reaching that.
You're constantly in the run, you're constantly trying. Have you heard that energy of I'm always running after it? I get it, and then it goes away from me. And then again, I get it, and then again, it goes away from me. And that's literally the energy of so many people's realities with money. Yeah, Rachita?
Chandana, before I did your billionaires call, the billionaires club that it is today, that felt unachievable yet tantalizing and all that. Now that's not the energy there. However, I am always stuck in like the steps. Like there has to be like step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, and that that, like we say, like it can come in any way. It can just come up, and then I'm like, why am I looking at steps?
And what if step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 100 is choice, 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 choice?
That too, yeah.
And if you truly acknowledge that, and if you allowed yourself to choose, what would you choose? We've been talking about, so Isha and I have actually, we had, one day while we were just sitting together, we were laughing about changing our financial reality. We were like, we've changed it a lot. We'd like to change it even more. So we said, okay, what demand can we make of ourselves that can have us being present with and committing to that ask? I mean, what big demand can we make? And we asked ourselves to be present with the How to Become Money workbook. We were like, what if we were willing to read the How to Become Money workbook every 1st of January, starting a year with the How to Become Money workbook, with the energies of the How to Become Money workbook in our world? How present would we have to be? And what if, what if it's not about making a resolution to get, to change the financial reality? Because we all know resolutions are made to be broken. But what if we could actually make a demand? So are you all willing to make a demand of yourselves that could truly have you change your financial reality? Are you willing to make that demand, or do you have reasons and justifications to not go there? And again, it's not a wrongness. It's not a wrongness. I mean, it's like, no, I don't want to go there right now. That's okay. Where would you like to go? What if you could acknowledge that to yourself and not fool yourself then? Like, where do you want to go? What do you want to create as your reality? What do you want to create as a 2023 year? What do you want to, if you actually got that canvas in front of you, which is actually bare, blank, on January 1st, 2023, what is the first color that you would throw on it? Would it be a color that came from the past? Would it be a color that was maybe a different shade of gray? Or a different shade of pink? Or would it be a totally different color? Yes, my dear Seema.
Hi, Sam.
Hi, lovely.
Congratulations, first of all.
Thank you.
I'm so happy.
Thank
So-
you, my dear. I know we started on this road of possibilities together.
Yes, we did.
Thank you. Yeah.
As you were talking about making a demand, and I am making a demand to change my financial reality. And also, I'm reading Home of Infinite Possibilities. So there is so much they are talking about committing to my life. So I am doing that also. So much of stuff is going up. So today I had a meeting with a big corporate hospital,
Mhm.
and actually nothing came out of the meeting, but it just opened up a possibility that I might get an attachment with the hospital within next 2-3 months if one of their consultants leaves. So that left me wondering, okay, if I get that opportunity, so then I will have nothing more to complain. Like, I have been chasing jobs and chasing
I'll have
jobs.
nothing more to complain about. Oh, damn. What a boring life. Oh, I can't complain about anything more.
That just brought up the stuff that I am so much addicted to the struggle of changing and looking for the jobs and all that. So I was
Yeah.
like, how to get out of this loop of being addicted to struggle? What questions or what things can I do?
By acknowledging what are you addicted to? What is your reality? Is it of struggle or is it of joy? Is it of ease or is it of a problem? Is it a problem or is it a possibility? By acknowledging it, by literally, like, I like vanilla ice cream, I like strawberry ice cream, where neither of them are right or wrong.
Hmm.
Not in judgment of, oh my God, I'm addicted to struggle. I'm so wrong. I'm so bad. I'm so useless. No, not that. Being an allowance of your commitment, being an allowance of, if you're committed to destruction, will you please acknowledge that you're committed to destruction?
Yes.
Thank you. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, on 9 shots, boys, forwards, and beyonds. Is that creating for you?
No. And now that I'm aware that I was addicted, so that awareness also brought a sense of lightness. Okay, now I know where I was taking myself with all this stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Great. And now from this space of lightness, if you had a different choice, what would that look like? What would that be?
It's about choosing now.
Yeah. And again, what would you choose? No right and no
Uh,
wrong. What would I choose here? Who would I be?
mhm.
how different could I be? I mean, people have known, a lot of people have seen us and known us as trauma queens, drama queens, strugglers. Are you willing to surprise people? Are you willing to throw people off guard so they don't know you anymore?
Yes.
Are you willing to make them really uncomfortable?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, online shots, boys, forwards, and beyonds. And are you willing to surprise yourself with the choices that you now make?
Totally. Yes.
Almost like, oh, I can choose that. Oh, cool, let's go for it. Instead of, oh, others can choose that, but I can't. Ah, no, because, why, how? All the reasons, justifications for why you can't choose what you know you can choose. Would you destroy and uncreate that?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, online shots, boys, forwards, and beyonds. Your financial reality actually is the easiest thing to change and access. Just a little message out there for everyone. It's the easiest thing to change with the tools of access.
I have heard that a lot, and I have found that to be the most difficult for me.
Are you choosing easy or are you choosing difficult is the question.
Okay.
If you're choosing easy, you'll change your financial reality. But no, how many of us don't want it easy? We're like, we want to prove to people how much I struggled and then I changed my reality. So all the stories of struggle, of pain, of difficulties, of suffering, of lack, of why, how, all the justifications, reasons, excuses that we are using to not change our financial reality with the ease that's truly available for each one of us. Can we please destroy and uncreate that?
Mm.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, park, 9 shots, boys, forwards, and beyonds. The easiest thing to actually do be to change your financial reality is actually to pick up the money workbook. When anyone asks me that, how do we change our financial reality? I go to, hey, pick up the How to Become Original Money workbook. They're like, Anna, that again. And I can see them going into rejection. And even if they pick up the money workbook, they're picking it up with an energy of rejection. But what if you can read the How to Become Money workbook as though you're reading it for the first time? With the energy of, I've never read this workbook before. What can this workbook now contribute to me? I've never read this workbook before. What can I be with this workbook? What can we be together to explore it that can have us change our financial reality with total ease? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all 9 shots, boys, forwards, and beyonds. Rachita, I just read your question, honey. What is the difference between the workbook and the Right Riches? So the How to Become Money workbook actually, thank you for that question. It's a really wonderful question, and I love going to that area. The How to Become Money the original How to Become Money workbook actually came even before the clearing statement came. It was actually a conversation between Raz, that's Rasputin, and Gary. And the entire How to Become Money workbook, the conversation, the questions are designed in such a way to have you receive a different way that's possible. That has you creating differently with money, that has you being different, not just with money, but just being different. And we have the energies of I am power, I am control, I am creativity, I am awareness, I am joy, I am money. And when we, thank you. And when we be that together, And maybe that every day, because you know, when you're going to be reading it every day for 30 days, you're planning to do this the whole of January for 30 days or 31 days, whatever January month is, 31 days. Also, our graphic says 30 days, but it's going to be 31 days. So when we are actually going to be reading this every day and reminding ourselves every morning that, hey, we start our day with the 5 I ams. So are you willing to be the power? Are you willing to be the control? Are you willing to be the creativity? Are you willing to be the awareness? Are you willing to be the joy? And are you willing to be the money? And everything that doesn't allow that, would you destroy and uncreate that, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, hot and popcorn, 9 shots, boys, forwards and beyonds. And the beauty with this, with the How to Become Money workbook is it's not, you don't have to go into, how do I do this? What do I do? It's just, it's so magical. I mean, I've read, like I said, we've done this every 1st of Jan since almost 6 years. So initially, you know, we could read How to Become Money workbook in like one day. We were allowed to do that. And so we would have 1-day classes every 1st of Jan. And every 1st of Jan, we would read it and it would go like, boom, our life would just, that would go literally that expansive energy, you know. And then we you know, started with 8 calls and we were like, okay, what can we do here? So we started doing 100 days or we started doing 30 days. And this time we were like, let's do it the 1st of January. Let's see what can this create for everyone, for each one of you who's asking to have a different financial reality. This is an invitation to you. The Right Riches book for you, the Right Riches book is absolutely brilliant. It's got different tools. It's got some really magical, very, very, very simple tools. And, you know, like Access is really simple. Yet it's got some wonderful, you know, it teaches you it facilitates you into the wealth of being. For me personally, the How to Become Money workbook facilitates me into the wealth of being and creating money. I mean, actually having money, actually having that cash in my hand. I mean, I've seen it every time and I'm like, damn, this money workbook is truly, truly fabulous. Do you only read the questions or the whole book? Kavita, we read the entire book because every word in that manual is magic. And I've noticed when we just read the questions, it does create a lot. But when we read every word of the manual, you know, it's just a whole different ballgame. So yeah, we read the whole book. We also facilitate whatever questions show up for people. We don't go into, you know, we don't, I mean, if they're going to be like, say, if you have 20 of us, they're going to be at least 10 of you with the same answers and with the same, you know. So a lot of times somebody asks a question and almost everyone gets their awarenesses with that facilitation. So we go with where it takes us. We are also going to be doing energy pulls and we are also going to be having SOPs. And they're going to be replays and there's also going to be a clearing loop of the 31 days. So, of, you know, whatever clearings show up during the 31 days. And yeah, this is just an invitation, guys. I mean, if you truly, truly are asking to be a demand to change your financial reality, could this contribute? Does this energy match the ask? What would your life be like 5 years from now if you were to choose this class?
Chandana, I had ordered the book because
Yeah.
I am already in. So, but I think I've got a different book. So I
Show
got
me.
this one.
Oh, yummy! You advance. Oh, I love facilitating this one. This is the next one, by the way. After you have to do the original How to Become Money workbook 5 times at least. It's not mandatory to do it 5 times, but it's visible to do it 5 times. But even if you do it a few times and keep the recording playing, it changes a lot of the layers on top, which is stopping you from actually being the money and receiving the money. So this is a brilliant workbook that comes after the How to Become Money workbook. I would suggest you don't read it right now.
Okay.
allow yourself to actually read the original How to Become Money workbook, because that actually clears a lot of the literal POVADs, right? That we talk about, the literal POVADs and the emotional POVADs that are actually stopping us from being money, from knowing, from perceiving, from receiving. All of that starts to get cleared when we read the original How to Become Money workbook, because what truly lies within your emotional POVADs, within your literal POVADs, is that sticky energy that you're holding on to and making it real and so significant that doesn't allow you to create and receive what you're really asking for. So yeah, get the original How to Become Money workbook, love, and then we'll get to this one too. And I'm sorry I had to mute you. There was a little bit of disturbance, but if you have a question, go for it. You can unmute yourself. Okay. Does anybody have a question, my lovelies?
Do you recommend it to be bought in hard copy because it's a workbook, or rather we can go for a Kindle edition also?
Totally your call. Totally. I mean, I am a book person, so I like to hold, I like to feel the paper, I like to write. I'm old school of thought, right? Older generation, you youngsters enjoy your you youngsters enjoy your hard copy, not hard copy. What is it? Soft copy? See, I don't even know the difference between hard copy and soft copy, but you know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
You get it? You get it, Rachita? Wonderful. Yeah. So go with whatever's light for you, all right? Yes, my dear Nita. Yes, Sam's putting in all the details for you to have ease with it. Thank you,
Okay,
Sam.
I have the book since last 3 years, but I have not been able to open it. I feel,
Amazing.
oh, I don't need money. I don't need to change my financial reality anymore.
You know, Nita, thank you for bringing up this energy. You know, we had
And
a,
this came up, the ad.
yeah,
I said, I have to do it. I told Sam I have to do it. I'm joining in.
I know. You were the first one who actually joined us.
Oh my God.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. It's really interesting because I remember we had 100 days of How to Become Money workbook a couple of years back. And there was a lady in that class who joined us, and she said after a month, after 30 days or 35 days, she's like, I've created a lot of money now. Now I don't want to do any more. Like, how much more? I have to keep asking money. Why do I have to keep asking money? I was like, okay, your choice. You want to come, you come to class. You don't want to come, that's fine. Get the replays. And she was like, yay, Rachita's also in. How does it get any better? Let's go out, create ourselves, girls. And after a few days, she was like, damn, I get it. It's not just the money. I'm being more of who I be.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I
Yeah.
just want to be what I am being.
Yes, my love. Your embracing who you be has the magic showing up as your reality, as that is who you actually be. You be magic. But you don't allow yourself to be magic. So you allow yourself a 1% of the magic. But
Absolutely.
doing this How to Become Money workbook has you actually being that 100% magic all the time.
Go back to the reality all the time.
Yeah. And now when you do this, you'll recognize where you go back. So you're actually aware of, oh, not my reality. Whose reality am I buying now? Literally that, Nita. And it changes so much in such a magical and a phenomenal way that there are times when, you just get up in the morning and you're like, oh, this doesn't bother me anymore. I can just ask and receive. What if all of us here could truly create that as our reality?
Wow.
Wake up in the morning and know that ask and receive is our reality. But we don't have those few hours of where this reality can seduce us into buying it as real, but where we seduce this reality into knowing that there's a different way possible. What then is possible, friends?
How does it get better than this?
Yeah. Somebody did ask
Lovely.
me, can we do it in the evening? And I would so love to have, I would so love to be able to do this for each one of you, morning, evening, adjust it around and suit you guys. Just the energy of this class there's a demand where I'm like, let's do this, start our day with it. Like, let's just go bang into the day where there's nothing that can stop us. Yay, good girl, Rachita. That was quick. Wonderful. So we will be reading the How to Become Money workbook approximately, I would think, thrice, 3 times, 2.5, 3 times. Yeah. And we'll
In
see.
30 days. Wow.
Yeah. And we will see where else we can go from there. We'll see what that can create.
Lovely.
Yeah. Does anyone have any more questions, my lovelies?
Just that, as a student of history, this is again a point of view. So when you say Rasputin, it
I knew
kind
I was gonna go there. Damn. I was like, how come no one's talking about Raz? I mean, I just threw a trigger into their world. I just threw this wrongness into their world, and no one's saying anything. I'm tickled. Go for it.
Yeah, so that entire thing comes up, like, that entire Western diaspora and its interpretation of Rasputin comes up.
Yeah.
So
What was Rasputin?
Rasputin was with the Romanov Empire,
Yeah.
and that apparently led to the end of the Romanov dynasty in Russia.
Yeah.
And he was this priest who sort of cured the only son of the Romanov emperor, Nicholas. And okay, I can go into the entire history of it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
when
he
to
was
stop.
a healer. He was a healer who was actually brought to Russia by the Tsar. So
Yeah.
as his son was dying, and Rasputin was, he could heal by just looking at somebody. He could heal by he had that capacity. And he also did fall in love with the Tsarina. He cured the boy, and he also fell in love with the Tsarina. And she also fell in love with him. The Tsar couldn't take it, so he had him killed. And in all of this, we tend to forget that he was a great healer. He could do what nobody else could do. What does he know? And why? Not even why. I don't like to go to the why here. But what was Gary willing to receive from him with no point of view that if you are willing to receive from this How to Become Money workbook, it can change your reality.
Yeah.
When Gary had this conversation with Raz, he had no money. He was bankrupt. He was absolutely bankrupt. He had spent all his money on women, on drugs, on alcohol. He didn't even have money to get for his kids. He didn't even have money to pay the rent. He had to go to his mom to get money. At the age of 50, for a man in America to go to his mom to get money, it was kind of not easy or comfortable. And that's when he recognized his so-called friends were not there for him anymore. He was alone. And that's when he chose to change his reality. And he was like, I'm choosing consciousness. He recognized and he acknowledged all the unconsciousness he had chosen. He recognized and acknowledged all the unconscious, stupid choices he had made that had him lose everything that he was actually creating. And now, from a space of not having anything, he acknowledged that he still had choice. And with total allowance of himself, with total allowance of his stupidity, of total allowance of his unconscious choices, he asked for something different. And his willingness to be in allowance of himself allowed him to receive from the magic of Raz. And what
Just wanted to show you this.
Wow. Is that a book?
Yeah,
Ah,
it's his autobiography, not autobiography, it's a biography
yeah.
of Grigory Rasputin. So
Yeah. You see, a lot of, you've got to get this, darling. Something that cannot be, a power that cannot be explained is often looked upon as a wrongness. But what power are you that you are hiding so you're not judged as being wrong?
I've always been very fascinated about him. I have a lot of books about him, so it's a very different perspective as well.
Yes. And what can you now receive? Tap into this energy of what is that energy? What does Raz know? What did Gary know? What do I know with money? And how much money can that create me? How much cash then can that create me? How much wealth can that bring me? Ooh, ooh, thank you. Yeah. Like I said, Gary used the How to Become Money workbook, and that changed his total financial reality. And when Dane came into access again, his financial reality also was not really great. And he began doing the How to Become Money workbook, and he started to carry it with him everywhere he went. He was traveling a lot. He was a chiropractor at that time. He would carry the How to Become Money workbook with him everywhere. So when he was in the flight, he would be sitting and, doing the questions, or he would just read a couple of pages every day. And we all know his financial reality changed phenomenally after that. And then he was like, a lot like what Neeta said, she's like, I have enough money now. So he was like, and then he kind of, it took the back burner, the money workbook. And a few years back, he was like, I got to do this book again. And he did the book again. And it was amazing because he was like, damn, everything is in that How to Become Money workbook. If you get to read word by word, everything is in that one How to Become Money workbook. So are you all willing to receive everything that the universe is here to give to you? With ease.
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pot, call, 9 shots, boys, forwards and beyonds. All right, my beauties. I am looking forward to starting. Both Isha and I are going to be doing this book together, and certain days together, certain days just she, certain days just me. I don't know how we're going to go with it, but I do know that we're looking forward to playing with this workbook, and we're looking forward to receiving your energies, receiving the energy that we can all be together. So we can pock and pod all the points of views that we may have, which are similar, we may have that are suppressed, and we don't even know we have them. Because the literal ones really stand out loud, and then there are those little suppressed ones which we don't even know exist. And I wonder how much magic that can create in our worlds. So you can get in touch with Samantha, you can get in touch with me or with Isha, and we will add you to the group that we already have with confirmed participants. All right? Love you guys. Good night. Have a great night ahead. Bye.